it all happened in 1 week when I first considered to play the bass. In 1 week in 1990, I saw Hole play at this tiny rock club in Montreal, and I saw the Smashing Pumpkins play. And in particular, Jill Emery, who was in Hole on Pretty on the Inside, who later was in Mazzy Star for years, she just seemed so cool and relaxed and amazing, and she really inspired me. And then the Smashing Pumpkins as a band blew me away. The music, like, that was exactly the music I want. It was as if it was the first band I ever heard that made the sounds that I heard in my head, in my dreams, but I didn't know how to articulate. So Darcy, being very, very cool, calm, and collected girl in the midst of this incredible music, I'd say that it was that summer. Yeah, it was that summer in 1990 that absolutely changed me. And I saw those two girls and said, this is what I want to do. And of course I had seen Sonic Youth before, and Kim Gordon was always seemed like a really arty, cool lady. So that was inspiring too. But in terms of the music, like, I think those women represented that a girl can do it too. So that was great. But in terms of the music, when I heard Gish, the album, when it finally came out in '91, and I heard Caius Blues for the Red Sun, that's when I knew that that's what I had to do with my life. And in fact, more about this later, and there's a song on my album that tells the story. I had a dream in 1990, 91, around that time, where basically I was sort of told by an alien force or by like the gods of music or something that I had to play music, and that I was sent on a mission. And Caius and Smashing Pumpkins were the band in the dream that sort of represented the music that was guiding me. And that's when I knew that this is what I was going to do with my life. And I spent those years looking for those bands, and I found them, and I've made music with all of them. Because I believe in my dreams. fire sighs and my burning eyes. My heart burns wildly in his eyes. He's just a drunken gambling man, dealing with the hands of desire's thing. Between my fire sighs and my burning eyes, my heart burns wildly in his eyes. He's just a drunken gambling man, dealing with the hands of desire's thing. I'm gonna shuffle his deck clean. I'm gonna shuffle his deck clean. When I was like 10, 11 years old, I used to sit by my mother's bookshelf and look at cookbooks. And I loved looking at the photography, the pictures of beautiful, beautiful food. And my mother, at that point, when I was 10, 11, 12, said, "You like photography a lot, don't you?" And she had been a real wild woman who had been photographed by a lot of artist photographers in the 60s and 70s. And there was a lot of amazing black and white nude photographs of my mother all around the house, and taken by some pretty prestigious French-Canadian photographers, one called Guy Bourmans. And so when I was 15, 16, just getting ready to, out of high school and wanted to go studying, I wanted to apply to college, I decided that photography was what I wanted to get into, and she sent me to a kind of like few weekends of tutoring with this photographer, Guy Bourmans, this very artistic French black and white art photographer, and he was a big inspiration to me. He was very kind of basically just told me, like, photograph what you see, it's not any harder than that, photograph what you see in the world. And so that's when I started, and my mother supported it a lot, and then I ended up going to school in photography. And my university studies were at Concordia University in Montreal, and I was very lucky to fall into that program because they were very, their emphasis was on creative expression and not on commercial stuff, and a lot of photography schools focus on being a commercial photographer, and I knew that I didn't want to take pictures of fridges or cars or whatever, and so, we never got much theory, a lot of it, it wasn't like lighting things and stuff like that. It was go out into the world and take photos that mean something to you. So I guess, I started at a very young age, but, and I had always studied music in school, in elementary school, so music was already something I was studying, and photography was kind of the first thing I found that I wanted to, have a creative voice in.